It's gonna be. Look at that motherfucker.
Man, that dude's under the curses of the curses.
That's yeah.
That's Jake.
Under the curse. Nah, he's struggling.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
But I say that because usually when it's Esau, they look all downtrodden and like he look like he just doing his doing his thing, you know what I mean? They're bumping some fucking trap music and shit.
Keep going on it.
Ezekiel 28:16, by the multitude of thy merchandise, they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of God, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire.
Yeah. So the Lord ultimately going to destroy Esau, man. Ultimately, Esau will be destroyed. Can you get that in Hebrews chapter, 11 and 16?
Oh, yeah.
You know, because Esau is the only nation, Esau, Edom is the only nation that are promised no mercy, man. Okay? There is nothing they can do. You know? And this guy will do nothing anyway to try to make it better because he's programmed to be a demon.
Right. This is,
Or is it 12 and 16?
12 and 16.
Okay.
This Hebrews 12 and 16, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Yep, for one morsel of meat, this guy sold his birthright. Okay? He sold his birthright. Alright? So this guy was through from the beginning. Okay? He despised a birthright. You know, here it is, his father was Isaac. Okay, Yahweh Shai. And he knew what he should have knew what he was going to receive. But he sold it. Showing you that Esau was always destined to be a carnal brute beast, man. Nothing more than a mere caveman.
Hey, you know what, too? Look, you got Jake's litter of their father, the devil, like fucking Genesis and them, who for one morsel of meat, you know, selling that dang soul, man.
Well, them niggas knew. Okay, them niggas knew when the grace was open unto them.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, okay, well, I'm gonna buckle down and I'm gonna just keep fighting.
Yeah.
They said, fuck it.
Yeah.
We know we ain't of the elect, so let's just get a bag.
Man.
Let's just get a bag. We're gonna receive the kingdom anyway. That's the way these niggas think.
But that's that scripture. That equates to that scripture too, man. Being a profane person, man. You know, that when you know to do good, you decide to do evil instead. You know, that's why it tells you in the scriptures to arise and depart. You know, for this is not your rest, man. Jake want to make this place their damn rest.
No, man, they want to build communities where Jake and the heathen can live together, and they can call upon sweet Jesus, man.
Yeah.
You know, because they came out and said that the real name of the Lord is Yeshua. Okay. If our God was still in the spirit, okay, he would have socked that nigga in the mouth and said, "What?"
Oh yeah.
He would have said, "Wait, buddy." Showing they took it back. Okay. Here it is. I kept the Passover. Last year? I don't know about this year. Last year's Passover, not the one we just had, but the one before. Talking about, oh, we know brothers go and they'll get the horseradish, and you know, we're not gonna eat that. It's too much.
Yeah.
You can just get some lettuce. You go, what? Lettuce? You know? Lettuce is something you can eat raw.
Yeah.
There's no affliction to that.
It's a salad right now.
Man, I mean, you could put garlic and onions in a salad, and horseradish in a salad.
Sure.
But
Just a salad.
nah,
I enjoy a salad.
you put a piece of lettuce in a sandwich, bro.
Yeah. God.
That's an accessory to make something good.
Yeah.
Okay, you know,
Gives it that nice little crunch.
gives it a crunch,
You know.
and all that's in it.
Ooh.
Ooh, cabroni. It's not my car. You know, all lettuce is, when you look at it, it's just water, pretty much, man. You know. So this is Revelation chapter 18. Did you finish that on the Hebrews?
Yeah. Yep.
Actually, get a Ezekiel 20, 25.
Ezekiel 25.
I think so. Just start up a little bit. No, 35.
35.
Start at the top. We'll just go to verse 3.
Part of the top. Alright, this is Ezekiel 35 and 1. It says, Moreover, the word of Yahweh Shem Shai came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
Yeah, the Lord's going to make Mount Seir most desolate, man. And Mount Seir is just another way of saying Esau Edom. Okay? Because the people make the place. All right? That's why when you go to China, you got predominantly Chinese people.
Yep.
Okay? You go to India, you got predominantly Indian people. All right? This place is a fucking prison. All right, known to you as America, but in the scriptures, Babylon the Great. Babylon means confusion, because it's not just one peculiar people. Okay, it's a mixed multitude of different nations, man. Okay, this is not a country. Even the elite know, and they'll say that this is it's not a country. It's a fuck, not an enterprise. It's not a country. It's a I forget the word. But anyways, this is not a country, man. Okay, keep on with that.
You said you wanted to go to, you want to keep going?
Yeah.
That was it. That was 3.
Verse 5. Actually, go to keep going to verse 5.
Okay.
Verse
Verse 4, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou had a perpetual hatred, and had shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had been in.
Going back to what we brought out earlier about hate. He said that this devil has a perpetual hatred for the Israelites, man. All right, the self-proclaimed white man who is Esau Edom, he got a perpetual hatred for the tribes, for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay? He loves to see you in shambles. He loves to see you in a grave. And this guy opens up a broad avenue for you to end up fucked off in life if you're an Israelite.
Yeah.
You know, with no hope. He's making things harder as we speak. Okay? Where it's super hard to find a full-time job. Gas prices are crazy, going through the roof. Hey, prices of food and everything else are shooting up. You know, because the way these food get to all these stores, these markets, is through trucks, man. So if they got to pay more for gas and diesel, well, the prices on food got to go up too. You know, because how are their wages going to be supported? Especially if you're a trucker that owns your own truck. Oh, forget about it. You know, you own your own truck, you got to pay thousands, man, to fill up those tanks. You know. Keep going.
Yep. verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men. In thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword.
Right. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua going to ultimately destroy this place. All the soldiers, the military of this place. Okay. And when World War III takes place, you know, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua going to send fire, those missiles, those chariot lasers, on all countries where there's Edomites, man. On all his habitations. Okay? Europe gonna get fucked up for like the 10th time. You know? America's gonna be a total desolation. And then the land of Israel, it's gonna get burned to hell and back. Alright? Can you get Revelation 18?
Yeah, can I get this real quick?
Yeah.
This is Habakkuk 2 and 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Right. You know, we quoted that earlier. And that's what Esau does by pushing out all this wickedness on Jake, just so he can see you slip up, and he can judge you, man. You know? This guy has all these avenues to go out, sets fucking snares for Jake to fall into, and then go and kill you, man. Go and penalize you. Go and judge you as if he's the Most High, because this damn devil wants to be the Most High.
Yep. Hey, man, think about how he pushed his image, and you got all these Jakes all over the world that are worshiping JC, all right, or some other power, because, you know, they done persuaded you Jakes, you know, that JC is the power, and then all the Jakes that were like, man, fuck that white man, I ain't worshiping him, will go on to worshiping other guys and stuff, because they, you know, they don't know. You know, that's a big part of Esau forcing you Israelites to drink and be drunken, man. You know, to be out here not knowing who your power is, calling upon other gods and stuff, man.
Yeah. And it's crazy because that applies to, yeah, just Jake in general. But then you got wicked ass Jakes that'll get on us saying that we're reading the white man's book.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So, you know, the white man gave you that book. You know? But you're a bug out. Hey, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua just ultimately rejected you guys, man.
Man.
And that's what happens, because there was always a remnant. There was always Israelites that believed on the Lord.
Right.
There always was. That's how we were able to get the truth in this lifetime.
Yep.
Because the scriptures say to hurt not the oil or the wine.
Right.
So you always had Jakes that were rebellious. You always had Jakes that were just straight up niggas, man. That always rejected the Lord. Okay? And that's what it is. That's why the elect have found it in this life. The scriptures say, as Israel obtained that which he seeketh for. It said the election have obtained it, but the rest were blinded.
Right.
Those are the ones that had it before. You know? All things were created by him and for him. And without him, did anything exist? You know? Paraphrasing.
Yep.
So that being said, Yahushua went and created the elect, and the elect went out and created everything with Yahushua. Everything was created with the elect in Yahushua, for the elect in Yahushua. So therefore, if you were in the truth beforehand, you're going to be in the truth again. You know? Revelation 4.
The Lord revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
Yeah.
You have to be able to envision this thing. You have to be able to see this thing and able to be able to put it together. That's why you got these people walking up and down, driving up and down here. They got their head straight up their ass, man. They have no idea what's going on out here. Jake being able to see, we're able, you know, like the brother was talking about earlier, and how he was, even though we was reading about the Chaldeans, was able to talk about the ancient Chaldeans and put it together, you know, in modern times, because you have to have the vision, you have to be able to see, to be able to make those types of connections, man. To be able put the scriptures where they fit, you know, in the modern timeline, man. That's why it talks about, you know, what is it, 2nd Ezra 9, where it said, measure thou the time diligently. In itself, you know, is you're able to read the scriptures and be like, oh, that lines up with this. Oh, that's okay, that goes here. That makes sense. You know what I mean? That's, oh, this what that is. That's what that is. That's what this is. You know? And the Lord has to be able to open up your mind. You got to be able to see those things. All right? The Lord's got to deal with you in order for you to be able to see those things, man.
Yeah, it says right here in AI overview, Ur of the Chaldees is generally identified with the ancient Sumerian city of Ur, located at modern Tel El Makwayar in southern Iraq, which is obvious that ancient Babylon was in Iraq, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that was the same region, man. It's the same thing, you know? But Babylon the Great is referring to America, which we're going to go into right now. It's going to be destroyed, you know? O virgin daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. That's this fucking place, man.
In Revelation 18:1, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lighted with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Right. If Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai were just allow, you know, the spirit realm and this physical realm to overlap, and your mind was open to just see the demons out here, it'd be way worse than that movie They Live. You know? You'd see like this guy right here in this SUV.
Oh yeah. Well, you don't even need
Yeah.
the spiritual world to see him. You can
Pop it out. But I'm just saying, if the Lord were to open the spirit realm and you were to see the demons that were on that guy,
yeah.
they'd just be spinning around him.
Man, just looking at him, you can tell he got a multitude on him.
Right.
That guy was bugged the fuck out.
Yeah.
You look like Nosferatu, man.
But there's people that you might think of as normal, you know, just a regular person, and they got legions of fucking demons on them.
Mm-hmm. Look at Esau.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. Esau will be the most professional public speaker, hella kind, open the door for you, call you sir. But at home, this guy probably got a whole dungeon of little kids under his house.
Yeah, he's doing all kind of madness.
You know, got a seance going on, about to take a bloody bubble bath.
Man.
Okay, and then just the workings, the spirits that are in there with them. Whole house full of them. You know, chilling all in the house. Okay. This is yeah, go ahead, keep
going.
Yeah.
All right. It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy.
Yeah, in other words, you know, if you're not in the truth, if you're not believing on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, no matter where you are, you're bugged out. You know, you got demons on you. It's saying that the other nations got demons on them, man. They've been infected by this damn devil, man. You know? So the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. They're doing backdoor deals to sell their people out. Because ultimately what's going to happen is they're going to implement the Karagma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They're all in this together, working out a way to bring down the dollar and bring about a digital system.
Mm-hmm.
And they got to sell their people out in order to partake in that system. You know?
Yep.
That's how it's going to go. You know? Watch out for 666, that music video. Talking about in the distant near future, in these times. That movie Demolition Man is in the year 2032.
Yep.
Which is what? Agenda 2030.
Yep.
You know? We're in those times, man. And it's obvious that it has to go down before 2030. Because 2030 is when they want that agenda stamped.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're in the year 2026. That's 3 years, if that. You know, but like brothers were saying, man, in a couple months, if they shut down these power grids, you know, take away power from the people, making it illegal to travel, you know, it's gonna go down, man. You know, we're prophesying that this place is gonna go down. Let me get this real quick. This is Psalm chapter 137, verse 7. It says, "Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed." So right here, it's how do you say it? It's putting Babylon and Edom together. Okay, because Esau, Edom is a modern day Chaldean, the modern day king of Babylon.